Hi, everyone. I've been asked actually a million times about shelf-stable probiotics. So the title of my very short introduction today is Unveiling the Myth, Are Shelf-Stable Probiotics Truly Effective? And this is going to be an easy one because shelf-stable is a term that's used very loosely in the industry, it's meant to imply a temperature of about 72 degrees sorry, 72 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the temperature in laboratories or on the store shelf where it's air conditioned. So that's not a temperature that's available anywhere throughout distribution. So if the product is labeled shelf stable, then it can be dropped off in a hot car. It can be dropped off on a hard dock where products are delivered. It can be stored in a hot warehouse because it's not marked perishable or that needs a special handling. And somewhere in a tiny space in the label, it'll say refrigerate after you bring it home or keep it away from heat. And it's usually in such a small font that most people are not seeing it. So it is misleading because the temperature of 72 degrees Fahrenheit does not exist in the warehouse, does not exist in the UPS truck or FedEx truck or United States Postal truck. It doesn't exist where it's delivered. Most people would not handle this product correctly. So what are you buying? You really don't know because you have no idea what's damaged or what's alive in that package. Further to that, on these shelf-stable probiotics, you'll notice that the so-called seller or manufacturer, which is probably 99% a private label, will list a bunch of so-called probiotic microorganisms. And according to the two probiotic labeling standard that I wrote, one accepted by the whole industry in 1989 by thousands of members of the National Nutritional Foods Association, and the other one read into congressional record as part of the Product Assurance Alliance. Nobody really follows this standard. Nobody cares about it. And it's really detrimental to the end user because nobody knows what they're actually paying for, what they're actually getting. So if you have a list of microbes on the back panel or the front panel, anywhere on your package, and it doesn't specifically tell you how many of these microorganisms you're getting in the product, it's no good. Why? Because each microorganism has to have its individual potency in order to infer any kind of a benefit on the host, which is you, the person who's paying for the product. So if they give you just a total count, in other words, they put all these bacteria inside the product, and then they give you a total count, they'll say 20 billion, 30 billion, 40 billion, it's meaningless because you have no idea if any of those strains are in there except maybe one or two, or if what's inside the product is actually viable, or are there only one or two strains that are viable and accounting for the potency claim on the box or the bottle. So that's, first of all, not something you want to pay for because you have no idea what you're getting. And that's why most people are disappointed when they buy a probiotic, whether it's labeled shelf-stable or multi-strain. The other most important thing is that in the world of microbiology, bacteria don't play nice together. So if you force them in a capsule where they're touching each other because they're not truly dormant, they're just in a state of arrested growth, they're going to be competing for food. They're going to have problem with waste elimination because inside the capsule is what we call a closed-ended system. That closed-ended system doesn't allow for natural biological processes to occur with those bacteria. So they'll become stressed, they'll die, they'll be damaged, and some of the stronger bacteria that might be in the formulation will produce end products like natural antimicrobials that will start eliminating its competition. So you, the end user, by the time you consume the so-called shelf-stable probiotic, have no idea what you're actually ingesting and what you hope will survive your stomach acid and your bile. So that's why these products often disappoint. And people tell me, well, I've tried a probiotic. It didn't do any good for me. And it's a shame because these are very simple standards. If the people who are selling these products truly cared about getting you the results that you want, they would follow the standards. They're very simple to understand. And so if you can't guarantee each bacteria that's listed on the label through an expiration date, it can't help, because number one, the bacteria has to be there in large enough numbers to do you any good. It has to be able to survive storage, shipping, and then it has to survive stomach acid and bile in order to do any good into your intestinal tract. So as a result, we who are selling you the product are responsible for making sure that you understand exactly what's in the product and what health benefit you can anticipate. So if you've tried a so-called shelf-stable probiotic, because no such thing really exists in true distribution and delivery of these products, try, Natren's Healthy Trinity. I was just told yesterday by one of my associates that he's been taking it for 10 years, and many people who get on our Natren's Healthy Trinity take it for 10 years or more and report miraculous results. So if you missed the Mother Day special, I'm still offering you a 25% discount for if you call up right now and order a 90 count of Natren's Healthy Trinity and use the promo code LIVE25. Live is all caps, and then the number 25, no space, and make the best investment that you can in your life, because we're the only company that has a 40-year history in selling the most effective probiotics. We follow a standard. We make sure that whatever we list on our label is what you actually get to ingest into your body, and that you get health benefits, because we have an incredible 80% return rate of our customers who are satisfied and swear by our product and said they really felt a health difference. So listen, I'd like to answer your questions. I'm answering today the questions about shelf-stable probiotics, but I'm interested in your question. What is your health concern? What have you tried? What haven't you gotten results from? And so that we can discuss this every Thursday on all the platforms that I'm available on. And I'd love to hear from you, and I'd like to have the discussion. So for now, until next week at this time on Thursday, I'll talk to you then.